Spring means March Madness. 6th grade got to join in all the hoop watching. What's Avid? Let's find out why recycling is so important. Hefner takes a look inside Panthers on the Prowl in its 2nd year. Find out all this and more. Your news starts now. One of our track members, Divinity, is also part of Panthers on the Prowl. Divinity is going to tell us about the track season.
Nowlin's track team has done an amazing job this year with multiple first place finishes, second place finishes, and third place finishes, all due to hard work. So let's see Coach Westcott's insight on Nowlin's track team.
As the coach of the track team, before practice, I figure out a practice plan, what exactly we as a team and each individual needs to do to get better that day for each event. Agilities are a form of dynamic stretching that we do before each practice to get warmed up and stretch the muscles out. I really like our team this year. I think we work really well together. Got a lot of good kids that are good students, and they listen, they work hard, and I think it showed in the first meet.
Is Termez's insight on Nowlin's track team.
You use 100% of your power so you can generate the most speed and power through your sprint. We stretch, and after we stretch, go run, and normally what we do is we split and we do our own type of events like long jump, triple jump, 100 meter and all that, running events. You jog, and then after you do all that, after practice, you stretch again and get on the bus and go home.
Is Divinity's insight on Nowlin's track team.
As a team, like during relays, as a team, we work pretty well, but our handoffs are still a little iffy because if one person has the baton in their right hand, you have to put your left hand behind you and run off with the baton in your left hand. And so that's difficult. But I would say now as a team we work together, but we still have a lot of things we can accomplish. For the first track meet, it was a little nerve-wracking because my brothers, they did track, and so I felt like I had a lot of standards held up to me. And so I almost had a small panic attack, but it was fine. But when you got there and you saw everyone else, it wasn't as nerve-wracking as it was because you realized that they're in the same position as you are.
This is Ashley and Divinity reporting for Panthers on the Prowl.
One of the incentives was for 6th grade to go see a game. Sammy and Brianna are on the Prowl to tell us more.
6th graders worked hard to meet their March incentive. Students who qualified got to go to the NAIA tournament in downtown KC. Before the event, we asked Damon his thoughts about going.
Looking forward to the team that we're voting for to win and for them to go on to the next basketball game. And I'm just excited to get out of class and be with my friends and have fun. I'm expecting for everyone to have a good time and everyone just have fun because they earned it. And this semester's incentive I think is pretty cool that we get to go to a basketball game. I've been a great student. I have been going to class on time. Haven't late to school. Haven't missed any school days. Haven't gotten ice.
Students had an awesome time at the game. They got to watch college basketball, meet players, and eat lots of concession food. Now let's hear from some students at the game.
It's basketball and it's tournaments, so and we're gonna be working school.
I've been playing basketball since I was little, so I really like basketball. It's fun because I like the tournament and the way the tournament flows and stuff. We worked hard to get here, so now we're getting the experience, the outcome. And we're it's a fun experience. We're enjoying life.
This is Samantha
And Brianna reporting for Panthers on the Prowl.
Avid is a new program at ISD Amy and Arlene have the details. Let's listen in.
Avid is a new program in the district and has been a huge success. Avid stands for Advancement via Individual Determination and is geared to help students with organization, goal planning, career readiness, and college readiness, according to Ms. Marino, who is the Avid site coordinator at Nowlin.
Avid began with 6th grade this year, so we interviewed Ms. Marino and Ms. Irie on how and why this program started.
Dr. Hurl has done research on Avid before implementing the program and realized that in 6th grade you decide whether or not you're capable of going to college. So he thought it would be great to start it in 6th grade and then roll it out throughout the entire middle schools, just to make sure that our kids know that they're capable and they're determined to be college ready.
Our Avid coordinator is actually Miss Marino, and behind her she has a team of teachers that include Mr. Martin, Mrs. Martinez, Mrs. Newell, Mr. Mangles, Mrs. Daughtry, Miss Roberson, Mr. King, and Dr. Nowak.
I love Avid. My students come prepared to class. They're ready to learn. They have the things they need to succeed. I love the fact that we talk about goal setting, academic goals, and self goals, and that we're talking about colleges.
I actually have loved Avid too this year. One thing that I'm noticing is that students are actually a lot more organized and more prepared for the next day. Instead of, scrambling trying to find their composition notebooks like we had last year, this year all of their notes and everything is in their binder, ready to go day to day.
And it forms more of a connection between school and home life too, because our students are required to take their binders home with them every night. So they're actually bringing their material home and they get to review their notes and they get to communicate with their parents on what they're doing in the classroom.
To start the year, your Avid binder will be plain and empty. It has your pencil pouch, your tabs, and your homework folder. But at the ending of the year, binder will be nice and thick and have your Avid or your agenda, loosely paper, dividers.
It mostly helps me with organization because if we have homework and I need it done, and if I don't know where it is, then I know I can just look in my Avid binder to find it. Or if we need papers for him to have a project, we can just go in the binder and get it. It's not such a mess.
I haven't really, it helps me learn about colleges, and I haven't really thought about that before.
Avid's not a program that just tells you what to do. It actually shows you step by step, and it takes you along the way to do it.
Our students are 100% prepared to learn every day. Last year, my students rarely came prepared to learn, and this year my students are doing great because they're organized and their minds are ready to learn when they enter the classroom.
This is Amy and Arlene reporting from Panthers on a Prowl.
The dance last March was a big hit. Octavio, Sierra, and Colin got to see what it takes to put on this spring event.
Every year, Nowlin MIddle School has a dance, and this year the theme was Hollywood.
The students got to dress up as Hollywood actors and walk on the red carpet.
We talked to Miss Price on how she thought this year's dance stacked up.
Once a week for about an hour is how long it took to make the decorations for the dance, and then they came before the dance and set up. So I would say probably total about 4 or 5 hours to get all the decorations made. It's a lot of 8th graders this year. I think the dance was a blast this year. Yes, I think the dance was very successful. We had incentives and qualifications this year. So you had to meet the requirements of the dance by grades and not having very many tardies or discipline problems. We had no drama. We had no behavior issues. Everybody got along. It was an awesome time. A lot of dancing. A lot more dancing this year. I was surprised from middle schoolers. Everybody got out there and danced. A lot of socializing. We had a photo booth where they had a backdrop that looked like Hollywood and they got their pictures taken.
What was the best part of the dance?
For me, it was seeing everybody so dressed up. Everybody looked so nice. I was like, oh my gosh.
This is Colin, Octavio, and Sierra reporting for Panthers on the Prowl.
Students don't always know what happens in the strength and conditioning elective. Wendell and Julian are going to give us a scoop.
Strength and conditioning is great to keep you fit and get you serious with weights. So let's hear Coach Shuss give more information about it.
How do you think the students have progressed this year in weight?
Progressed really well this year in strength and conditioning classes. I would say all across the board. Students have been really excited to come in and get after it. This hour right now, 7th hour, is one of my best hours. The majority of them are working, or I hope they are, when they are supposed to. The program has made a huge difference with kids and holding them accountable. Programmed, and all I have to do is just teach them the movements and the exercises. But we also have the addition of a new rack, which helps out. Now we won't have overcrowding at the rack, so I think it's going to make our program even better.
How do you think you've progressed throughout the year?
I think I've progressed really well throughout the year because Coach Shuss is a really good coach because he teaches us our workouts very well.
How do you convince yourself to keep working harder?
I just look inside myself, see what I want to be, see what I could be if I put in the work, and then I do it. I put in the work. I want to be the better me.
This is Wendell and Julian reporting for Panthers on the Prowl.
Want to know how to qualify for Hefner's Helpers? Let's listen in.
Hefner's Helpers are a group run by Miss Hefner that help out around the school and do things such as clean trash, put up decorations, and help the staff, and more. For more information, we got an interview with Miss Hefner.
How does one become a Hefner's Helper?
Usually they're 4-week cycles, and we get a link from our principal, Dr. Novak, and she sends it out, and from there we can send it to our homeroom, and kids that qualify with the justifications set up, kids can sign up for Hefner's Helpers just on their own terms.
What are a helper's responsibilities?
We have to be respectful. The first time we meet is usually the time that I will go over all of my expectations. And they are somebody that has to enjoy helping people, and that could mean that they may get dirty. And it sometimes it's rough because it's the first hour, so if you get dirty, it might be a long day if you don't like being dirty.
What is the main goal for the Hefner's Helpers?
One of my biggest passions is helping people, and I love when you can see a kid make that connection and see that they start to enjoy it as well.
This is Lily, and this is Billy reporting for Panthers on the Prowl.
There's more than meets the eye in our multimedia elective class. Efren is on the prowl to show us.
Many students don't know what happens in the multimedia elective. We learn how to use equipment to get the shots that we want, work together to plan out how the final project will look like. Make music, animations, graphics, movies, and just this semester, we added video tutorials. We also have our most important assignment, the Panthers on the Prowl broadcast, where you will make a story on something you want others to know about.
One of the incentives was for 6th grade to go see a game.
Also, check out our new website where you will find life hacks, reviews, and weird facts. This is Efren reporting for Panthers on the Prowl.
There are some dedicated recyclers here at Nowlin. Take a look at what they do to help us recycle, reduce, and reuse.
Why is recycling important?
Why?
To keep the environment clean.
You may see students every week with huge bins of paper. Miss Stevens organizes the recycle bins with all her students and her staff. Let's hear more from Miss Stevens.
It's important to pick up recycling and trash because we can reuse paper products and plastic and cardboard, We get the recycling every Friday because it keeps our school clean that way, but it also teaches our students responsibility and working together. I like to recycle for the school because I get to walk around the school and see what other teachers are doing and what students are doing, but I also like to keep things clean, and so dumping the recycling into the bins and then walking down to dump it, it just gives us a feeling of accomplishment.
Let's hear from Christopher.
We want to keep the school clean, so the school will be looking better.
Let's hear more from Kendall.
We keep our school clean every day because try to keep the trash out the floor. I pick up others' trash and put it in the trash. I think it's fun for us to keep the school clean every day.
This is Ethan
and Sarah
reporting for Panthers on the Prowl.
Many of our students look forward to going to the Panther store. What is it about? Sarah's on the Prowl.
The Panther store is a student-run store where students spend Panther bucks that they get for following our school matrix and other positive behaviors. Every other Friday, the Panther store is a popular place to be.
Talkies are the most popular item that we sell. Functional skills students set it up every Thursday night, and they take down the store every Friday morning, and also student council workers come in and help during the store take the Panther bucks. So between student council and functional skills students, they've got it covered. We order a lot of the items from Amazon, and what we don't get from Amazon is all donated from staff.
Why? I'm just gonna buy some, Twizzlers, because them is good. All right, they good. Okay. And I might buy a sour patch.
This is Sarah signing off for Panthers on the Prowl.
That's a wrap for this year's Panthers on the Prowl. We look forward to a new crew in the fall.